Hey there, wrestling fanatics! It's your host here once again. It is Team Ryry, and I'm back for our brand new episode of Team Ryry's Wrestling Podcast, episode number 64. It has been, a month? I don't remember when the last time I did this kind of podcast. I have a guest here. He has never been on here before. So go ahead, introduce yourself. If you have any social media accounts, take it away, man.
Hi everybody, this is Dave Sack. Normally I am a regular guest on the Team Hill podcast. You can catch it basically almost every week on YouTube. But I like to do it. I've been running on Facebook a like page that I haven't been fully active as I should have been, called The Unappreciated. And a lot of it is just like I like to make a post here and there, shooting an article about different wrestlers throughout the years, or maybe different matches that go underlooked. Like, for example, a perfect example of a talent that a lot of people know is a great talent but wasn't used correctly. Elijah Burke, also known as the Pope, Angelo De Niro, Desmond Wolfe in TNA, aka Nigel McGuinness. Different people. I always like to just like get that out there. The more I put on there, the more content comes, the more viewers I can get for that. And little by little, I'm gonna make that transition onto YouTube. But I just want to get that out there. That's what I do. And yeah.
Awesome. I'll put all the social media accounts down below. All the good stuff. What?
I'll message them to you.
Oh yeah, that's fine. But I'll put it down in my podcast, and then people could check it out.
Okay.
Okay. First thing first, we are going to discuss about the classic ECW, and I know you said off the podcast you were not a big fan of it.
I didn't say that. I didn't really follow when it was happening.
Oh, okay.
As a kid, I didn't have cable, so.
Okay. Okay, my mistake, everyone. He did not. We said I don't wanna. I'm sorry, Dave. I made a mistake.
It's okay.
Okay. Sabu, he was a awesome guy. He was like a daredevil back in the day. Now, do you know offhand, is he still wrestling, or did he finally hang it up? Sabu.
I don't know that much for sure. But
okay.
I can tell you this much. I have talked to him.
Oh wow, how was he? Was he a jerk, or was he a cool guy to you?
He was cool. I want to say it's already been over 5 years.
Wow.
Rob Van Dam used to do back on, I think it was Blog Talk Radio. He had his own podcast, the whole fucking show, and he would have different regular guests like comedian Bruce Jingles, his old manager, what was his name? With the whistle, Fonzie, Bill Alfonso, and then of course he would have Sabu regularly. This was around the time, like he started to have Sabu on around the time right when he cut his hair. So we're talking all the way back to like when Hardcore Genesis happened, and they would just always share a whole lot of good stories. Rob would always talk about like the good benefits and the positive outlook of like medical marijuana, because his wife at the time went through chemo of cancer, and like that was one of the ways to help deal with it. But talking to Sabu was always fun. He was always a good guy, very appreciative of his fans. Hearing the stories were just amazing. I never met him personally, but I mean, I wish I would love to one day. But yeah, that Sabu, I've seen a lot of his matches. Looking back, thank God for the network. And dude's fucking crazy. And the only thing that really pisses me off about him is that him and Rob Van Dam had to get busted with weed when they were supposed to go into December to December, because I think that Sabu was one of those guys that should have been in an Elimination Chamber match.
Oh yeah, definitely. But if you think about that ECW one nice thing, or the December one you just mentioned, they said it was very, very horrible, wasn't it? The pay-per-view.
No matter what, it was gonna suck, because the very next week I think there was supposed to be a WWE pay-per-view. I think it was like Armageddon or something.
Oh really?
Yeah, Like they literally, it was shorter than a regular pay per view,
Oh.
and the whole thing was basically to put the spotlight on Bobby Lashley, because he had the look, but they didn't want to trust Bobby Lashley with the WWE World Heavyweight title at the time. So it was like a safe bet to say, okay, let's put him in, let's make him the guy for ECW. And there was just a lot of commotion going on between Stephanie McMahon and Paul Heyman. They barely had a roster. You know, a lot of the original ECW guys from when because you got to remember when they brought ECW back as a brand, they were still using some of the talent that they had from One Night Stand. But by the time that they did the December to Dismember pay-per-view, they were slowly making that transition out of Paul Heyman's regime into just making it the third brand.
Yeah.
So like you were getting rid of your Rob Van Dams, your Sabu's. You know, I think like they kept Balls Mahoney and Tommy Dreamer for a while. But it's like you were getting rid of the ECW originals, and you were bringing in new talent to basically do a new era of wrestling. Now, I'm all for that, but it's just like, in order for that pay-per-view to have been a success, they really needed at that time the old talent. You know, because it's like, it's one thing when they did One Night Stand in the Hammerstein Ballroom, but they were getting an actual full arena, you know, on a regular scale, like, and so it's just like that's something that ECW always lacked. They never had a legit arena size that like WWE does a regular show until they had the funding of WWE. But by the time that started to happen, like on a weekly basis, ECW was already like raped and like it lost its real image.
Yep. Yeah, I missed the original ECW, but thank God for the network. The WWE version was not as great as the original, David, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's move on and discuss about Eve Marie. Now, this is just my opinion. The only reason she brought in the company, her looks. She sucks as a wrestler or diva or whatever, and she got trouble once or twice with the drugs, right?
No, oh my god. I despised her.
Oh, really?
I do, but I mean, like the whole drug thing was it's like she had a prescription medication and she turned in the papers like she was late turning in the registration
Oh.
or some type of paperwork in regards to it. Like she openly admitted to it. Like she wasn't illegally taking drugs. So it's nothing like that. She was just late with turning in some forms, and so she got suspended for one time. As for my personal thoughts of like her, because now I think she's leaving WWE.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah. So like, she's already like basically her whole like social media. She's cutting all ties with WWE. I think she's trying to get into other projects. I always looked at it like this, and this is just me. Anybody else could look at it the way they wanted. Eva Marie was supposed to be the company's project when they decided to make a reality show.
Oh.
Now, when they were going to do Total Divas, everyone knew that the flagship people who would like be the main stars of it would be the Bella Twins.
Yes.
Which is the truth, and I mean, like, look how successful that worked out for them. However, another idea, because like Eva Marie was the person that they wanted to really gather the most attention outside of the Bella Twins. So the idea was to use that as a platform to create a new talent that was almost like basically as the reality show diva, the reality show, like everything about that show is going to be based upon her to make a new talent who will eventually be the Bella Twins replacement because they're getting older. Bray eventually retired and wants to have a family. Chances are Nikki Bella is going to retire or go become a part timer after Mania this year. But it's like that was the whole thing, and unfortunately, she just sucked.
Yeah.
She sucked at everything she did, and the only thing that she really did for herself that was right was she said to herself, "You know what? I'm going to use this as a platform to create myself as my own brand and get myself out there so I can be famous or whatever without WWE with it." And that's exactly what she's doing. The moment they got her with WWE, she got the same agent that Dwayne the Rock Johnson has.
Oh, really?
And so, yeah, that's like her agent in regards to like making sure she always has projects and stuff like that. So it's like she's gonna be taken care of, but it's just like she needs to stay the fuck away from wrestling.
Yeah.
Like if the one thing they did do right with her was this gimmick of like there was always an excuse for her not to wrestle. And so it generated. I mean, she already instantly generated heat because we knew she sucked. But to have this gimmick of she's so great, but there's always an excuse for her not to compete or wrestle, it builds up the capacity of you want to see this person get beat up more and more and more. And so when it finally happens, then you're happy it happened. But that's not going to happen. And I think little by little, WWE was. Because like I've heard like from other podcasts and stuff, they don't want to fire people anymore.
They don't.
They want contracts to expire, and like they just won't really convince people who they do want to fire just to not resign. You know, that's why like people like Paige, she's still under contract, but like with all the drama she's bringing with Alberto Del Rio, it's like why not just fire her? And it's like they're not doing it. They're letting her contract expire. So it's just like because of that, and I think WWE at some point got that. And this is now, do understand? I think this is just my personal perspective of this. WWE at some point got the idea that this girl is taking up space.
Yep.
She's a waste of talent. She's using this just for her own personal gain. She's just collecting a check.
Who are you talking about, Paige or Eve?
No, I'm talking about Eve.
Okay.
I think at some point WWE did this, and I think this is my personal opinion, and I would love to go on any outlet and like say this and hopefully get some opinions on this. I think that this whole thing they're doing with Emma, of turning her into Emelina and the whole Instagram photos, she's going to become more of like basically more of a diva as her gimmick. I think they did that as a rub at Eva Marie.
Oh.
It's the same, in my opinion, it's the same gimmick. She just has blonde hair.
Yeah.
You know, she's the super hot chick. You know, and like she takes photos and she does photo shoots and stuff like that. That's her gimmick. So it's like, if that's her gimmick, but wait a second, that was Eva Marie's gimmick, but Eva doesn't wrestle. It's like, why keep the girl that doesn't wrestle? You know?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm brought to little by little when I was seeing the vignettes for Emma becoming Emelina, it just got to me. I was like, wait a second, this is the same crap they've done with Eva Marie. So I'm wondering if, to a degree, WWE said, you know, I hope she gets the picture. Don't resign. You know, we don't they invested a lot of money into this woman, and she couldn't do she couldn't do it. She just couldn't hang.
Nope.
You know, I understand that like the company, like I don't know how much of Total Divas is true. You know, it's a reality show. A lot of it is scripted.
Yeah.
But the one thing that's insulting is it's like you come in, you want an easy shortcut. You know, they set it up where, oh, I don't want to go through. Like they did a whole episode. I used to watch it when I was in a relationship. That was the only thing my girlfriend would watch wrestling based, Total Divas or Total Bellas. So I just basically I would check it out here and there. And I remember one of the early episodes. she wanted a shortcut to get on TV as fast as possible. So she lied to one of the bookers or whatever, and said that she had experience in dance.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah, and so like the idea was like she wanted to be. This was Fandango when he was first debuting and everything.
Yep.
And he needed a new dance partner, and so like they set it up to do a trial of them dancing together for the entrance, and she flopped.
Big time, yep.
Yeah, so it's just like I don't know how much of that was true or staged or what, but like she sucked at that. She just wanted to get on TV and get as much exposure as possible.
Yeah.
And like what's even more insulting to that is it's like WWE gives you this platform. They created the performance center. You know, they bring in all these trainers and stuff. I know Beldamont's an asshole, but they had Beldamont for a while. You know, they had Sarah Del Rey. She's one of the best women's wrestlers ever, and she trained a lot of who we have now. But it's just like you got all these people to help elevate people, and either she was so slow, so behind, couldn't keep up with the regular training, or she thought she was so full of herself that she got personal training from Brian Kendrick instead. And in my opinion, if I worked for WWE, I'd be insulted. I would be completely insulted. It's not like The Rock, who, when he came back to do those series of matches at Mania with John Cena, he couldn't just go to the Performance Center. He, like, had to have private sessions to get his ring rust off. And so he would, one of the people who worked with him was Curtis Axel, I think. And so, like, they would like, work on his moves and everything to keep him from not being green at WrestleMania. And it's just like it's one thing when you're someone who's already established and took time off and you're coming back, but it's like you're supposed to be a new talent, and this isn't acting. I mean, to a degree, yeah, it is, but it's like the main thing you do is perform in the ring, and you're not exposing to the company any other forms of interest in the company. You're not saying to the company, well, yeah, like you're not showing passion. That's the one thing that I think a lot of people saw from her is there's no passion, and it's just this side of her that was like it's like, what? Why are you here? That's the main thing, because a perfect example was the other co-star of Total Divas when the show first started as the newbie, and that was JoJo. JoJo was supposed to come in and be another new wrestler, and it didn't work out for her, but she exposed that she had interest and still, like, she really wanted to be there. And so she would do anything possible to find what would fit best for her talents. And look at her now. She replaced Lillian Garcia as the ring announcer.
I mean, she does a good job. I think so.
Yeah, she does a good job. And you see, that's the whole thing right there. If you were to... If Eva Marie was passionate enough, they could find something for her. And I've always talked with people about her and how much I don't like her. But I'll tell you this much, and this is 100% true. Go back 10 years. You go back to the Ruthless Aggression era, when they had the Diva searches and stuff, she would have been pushed down our throats.
Oh, yeah.
She would have... They would have put her on Playboy. They might have given her the Women's Championship.
Yeah.
But people would have actually loved her. And it wouldn't have been about... because it was more so about how you look and not what you do. Because, I mean, Maria Kanellis Bennett now is like, she's a great promo worker. She can't wrestle for shit. But she built herself as a great heel. But when she first started, she was horrible. But people still cheered her because she looked attractive. And that's all that mattered back then, if you looked attractive. So, overall, like, that's the thoughts on Eva Marie, man. I can't stand her. I don't wish death on nobody, but it's just, like, that's someone who shouldn't have ever been involved in wrestling.
Yeah. from my point of view, I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. She's hot, and she just waits to tell. You know whose fault that is, Dave? That is WWE's fault. You know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't know where they found her for this or anything. You know, I always when they first started the Total Divas show, I was like, you know, and I laugh at myself for this because it's like I would tell myself when the show first started, why are you doing this show and focusing it on two random women who like just get signed to the company and they get all this TV exposure when you have girls in NXT and you could have one of them be followed on camera and tell the story of how they have to live their life doing NXT and then coming to the main roster. Like that would have worked out if like you know how like after Mania Paige just debuted and she beat AJ and became Sam.
Yeah.
Well, I mean like that was a cool moment, don't you?
Yeah.
But what if she's in NXT and they're gonna start Total Divas and they eventually put Paige on the show.
Yeah.
But what if the idea was she has to represent what it's like to live the life of NXT.
Yeah.
And so she's the NXT girl, and then like, but she's the one who's gonna get caught up. So it's like they're slowly making that transition, and like so she's learning more and more. And like I think that's just the big missed window that WWE had. Instead of doing that with someone from NXT to make the transition, because in the early stages of that show, they wanted to tie the two together, which is a big mistake because the show was pre-taped.
Yeah.
And they would try to make in-ring wrestling angles with the show or Raw and shit, and it just didn't work.
Yeah, it's stupid. Okay, let's go on another discussion. Sorry, Dave, I don't want to cut you off. I don't want to go this. I'm sorry. I don't want to go this super long, but it will be up. I don't know when it will be up. Okay, next one, Junkyard Dog. From my point of view, some people think he's a legend. I mean, he was a legend, but in his era. But in this era, no. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man. Okay. He's a little bit before my time.
Yeah.
I was born in '88, but I will say this. You gotta understand, man, wrestling during his era was like, it was amazing. It was like, I mean, like, I'm not talking about the actual performance, but like the fact, but like the draw, and like how many people were invested in going out to the events, and you know, it wasn't always about like the actual performance of the wrestling, like how it is now.
Yeah.
It was about the connection that a wrestler could make with the fans.
Yep.
And what made him such a legend was he was a character.
Yeah.
You know, he was fun. He was like he did fun things in the ring, and he connected with the crowd. You could say a similar person who did it even better than he did was Dusty Rhodes.
Oh yeah.
But it's just like to say he's not a legend now. It's like that's understandable if you're more so of like if you got into wrestling during this era, then I can understand why you could say how certain people aren't considered a legend. But you got to understand the difference of what the time frame is for like of each era of wrestling. I mean, like wrestling at its highest point was like the Attitude Era. It was insane. But you got to understand what like just how if it wasn't for someone like Hulk Hogan, you know, there wouldn't be wrestling to the level we are now. You know, without Hulk Hogan, you don't got Steve Austin. Without Steve Austin, there's no John Cena. And it's just like, but each one of those people represented a different era. And like a guy like Junkyard Dog was you would consider him a supporting cast member of the Hulk Hogan era, and he was a fun-loving guy who he made the kids smile. And like that like more than ever, that's like he was one of the characters for the kids, and he did his job very well. Matter of fact, I might have to go back and look at some Junkyard Dog stuff now.
Yeah. Do you wondering? I mean, it's sad. I mentioned this in my old podcast. I'm not too sure if you listen to them, but it makes me mad. They pushed the same gag over and over back in the Hogan, Macho Man, and the Ultimate Warrior. Now it's a different story now these days. Well, sort of, but it's the same rotation, but different era,
Yeah.
That's how it is, It's bullshit,
A lot of it has to do with, and you gotta understand that, like,
Politics, I know.
no, it's not just politics. It's about the draw.
Yeah.
Because there were a lot of people that could have had title runs.
Yep.
That could have that a lot of people say deserve better.
Oh yeah. Like Mr. Perfect.
Mr. Perfect, Jake Roberts, Roddy Piper.
Yep.
Hell, I'll even say Ted DiBiase. Ted DiBiase was a great villain, and if they ever wanted to do something, like I almost think at one point, if Ric Flair never came in, and if Macho Man was ever injured, because like the only reason Macho Man ever won the title was Hogan decided to take time off to go film movies.
Oh really?
Yeah, he did a movie called Thunder in Paradise, or was that gonna be? No.
He was filming Mr. Nanny, I think, that year.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I just know he did a whole lot of different stuff.
And they all sucked.
Yeah, basically he tried to do The Rock before The Rock.
Yeah.
Of the transition into Hollywood, and
he tried.
He tried, and it didn't work. But then he was able to continue doing it when he left for WCW.
Yep.
But it's just like the reason they stuck with these guys like Hogan, Warrior, Savage, they were the most over characters.
Oh yeah, yep.
They were now that time period there were so many characters, but it was about who brought in the most money, who had the. You also got to remember who had the look.
Yeah.
And like you got to be a big guy, you had to have muscles and stuff like that, and those were the top three that really did.
Yep.
Hogan and Macho Man were the guys. Warrior was more so going to be the guy to replace Hogan as the torchbearer, but he screwed that up himself. And it's just like there were so many time periods where it's like another person could have had the belt, like they were testing the waters when they did Tuesday in Texas, and Hogan lost the championship to Undertaker, but then Hogan got it right back.
Yep.
It's like those are the type of things that I think they could have done more of.
Yep.
They wanted to establish that not only are these the guys that you're gonna buy tickets to go see, you're not gonna buy a ticket to go. Like if you had yesteryear's roster now, people might say, you know what, I bought a ticket to go see Mr. Perfect.
Yeah.
But back then, you bought a ticket to see Hulk Hogan.
Oh yeah. Or Macho Man too.
Or Macho Man, yeah. Those were the three names you bought a ticket to go see.
No offense, but no one didn't give a darn about the mid-carders back then,
Exactly. That's the whole point.
And that's sad too. Not like these days they give a darn about the whole roster. Maybe it all depends,
Yeah, a lot of it now we've come to the point where we just care more about the performance.
Pretty much. Okay, last but not least, and then we're gonna discuss about all this stuff. Sean Mooney, he was in my opinion, he was an awesome announcer from WWF days. I'm not too sure if he's worthy of Hall of Fame. Probably you saw it on the W Network. Have you seen any footage of Sean Mooney back in the day of the network?
I haven't watched a whole lot of old school stuff as of late.
Okay.
The last old school thing that I did watch, and I don't even think he was doing commentary for this event. I watched the '92 Royal Rumble, which is considered by a lot of people the best Royal Rumble because that's the one Ric Flair won.
Yes.
It told a lot of different stories, but I don't think he was on commentary for that one. Now, if I were to put someone from that era in the Hall of Fame now, I'd put Jack Tunney over anybody.
But wait, hold on. Is Jack Tunney a real person, W or F, or was they just a made-up character? I can never figure that out.
I don't know if that was his real name or not, but that was the character that they created as he was the president
Yeah.
of WWE. Or WWF at the time. So it's like before they revealed that Vince McMahon really is, like, before there was a Mr. McMahon, there was Jack Tully.
Yes.
And like basically he wasn't always on screen, but it's like whenever he was there, it was to make a major announcement.
Is he still alive?
I don't know, but it's like I'm surprised he's not in the Hall of Fame.
And then for some reason, I don't know why McMahon was never part of WWE. I mean, he was, but not on TV until later on. You know.
A lot of people say that the only reason the Mr. McMahon character was created was and was revealed was a lot of it was the start of the Attitude Era.
Austin, right?
Yeah. Well, no. I think a lot of it was Brett.
Oh, okay.
When Brett was turning heel, and then he eventually, when they did the screw job, that's when they had to kind of reveal more and more that, yeah, this did happen, and like they did the sit-down interview with Mr. McMahon saying Brett screwed Brett, but yeah, I think I don't fully know why it took him so long to announce that he's the guy who runs the company, but it's just like it. In my opinion, I think a lot of it had to do with now WWE is a public company. Anybody can buy a share, and back in the day, it was a privately owned company. And when you do a privately owned company, you can be more in the fictitious era of like things can be made up, and people know the difference if you're looking from the outside, but it's just like you don't really have to tell everybody everything, So that's my take.
Yeah. Now you went to Mania 31. How was when Seth Rollins cashed in? Did you have a feeling, or were you marking out when that happened at 31?
Oh God. I called it.
Did you really?
I had a feeling it was going to happen before it actually happened.
Was it like too obvious?
It was too obvious to me when Randy Orton won earlier in the day.
Okay.
I was just like, because of how they were pushing Seth Rollins as like a golden boy all year long, since he betrayed the Shield, and I was just like, yeah, like he's. I had a feeling he would go into Mania and win against Randy, and then like maybe the next pay-per-view Randy Orton would beat him. But it's like that was. When that didn't happen, I love that RKO out of the curb stomp. That was amazing.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
When that happened, I was like, okay, Seth Rollins is like one of the guys they're trying to build up right now, and there is no way you can't just have Roman Reigns as the only guy established at the end of the night. They wanted to establish Roman as someone who could go the distance with Brock Lesnar, and they did that, but it's like I had a really slight feeling that they were gonna add. Honestly, the thing that shocked me was he came in the middle of the match. I thought he would come in after the match, like Brock Lesnar was gonna lose to Roman Reigns, and Roman would be pooped, and then Seth Rollins would show up and cash in.
Yeah, that's something different. They did that,
Yeah, I was really surprised they did it that way, and but the cool thing is that still means nobody has ever done that at Mania like nobody's cashed in after a match at Mania, and so that's still a possibility. I would love to see that, but yeah, I just like I walked. I sat down for that match. I was going for Brock. Roman was there. He was doing his thing, and I had a feeling Brock wasn't gonna win. And then once like Roman started to get a comeback, I was just like, man, something's gotta happen to change things up. And then it did. And then Seth Rollins showed up, and I was just like, whoa. It shocked so many people, but I saw it coming.
And then, if you think about it, the Seth Rollins title run, it was not that great, from my point of view.
Yeah.
It's not his fault. It's terrible, terrible booking. Same thing for
WWE doesn't know how to book a good heel.
Same thing for KO. You know, he's a champion.
Well, yeah,
What?
yeah. That's one thing I would agree with. It's like Kevin Owens is a very, very good example of bad booking.
Yep.
And
terrible booking.
now, if by some chance Kevin Owens somehow got a hold of this podcast and was listening and said that and heard this and went on Twitter and bashed you or me for this, I'm not saying that he's a bad champion. I'm not saying he's a bad wrestler. I'm saying that and don't get me wrong, I love the pairing of Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho. I love it. You know, I love it so much because it works. But I'm just saying, look how Kevin Owens was booked when he first debuted on the main roster.
I know.
Look how he was booked in NXT. He was a dominant force. The first night he comes out on Raw, he lays out John Cena.
Yep.
He's a badass. He's like, you put him in the same boat with Brock Lesnar, with Samoa Joe, with Goldberg. Whereas, you know, these are just guys. Well, at the time, these are the guys who they come in and they kick your ass. End of discussion. And it's like, yeah, he has an attitude, and I love it. But the thing that makes it not work is it's like why Seth Rollins, like his run as champion, sucked. He lost so much on free TV. Like almost every match he had as champion, he lost.
Yep.
But then he would turn around and win on pay-per-view, and it's like, how can you be the champion and always lose?
It's the same thing for Charlotte. She's great on pay-per-view, but she sucks on Raw. You know what I'm saying?
It's the opposite.
I know. So, and I'm not a big fan of Charlotte. I don't give a damn what anybody says. The only reason she's in a predicament, her dad, and that is damn true.
I think to a degree it is her dad. The other part of it, I think they want to establish someone
Dominate.
Well, not just dominate. They want to establish someone who is going to be their new, the new flagship woman of the era.
Okay.
You know, the woman who. Don't get me wrong. Okay. Now, out of all the women in the current era, I love Sasha Banks.
Me too.
I do.
She's awesome.
She is awesome.
I love her. I love her music. I love how she does, but I guess McMahon just gives up on her. Now, if that's true, they should just switch her to SmackDown.
That's where she wanted to go in the first place. When before they did the draft, like she said, like before the draft, she cut a promo saying she hopes to go to SmackDown because that's where Eddie Guerrero was.
Yeah.
But the thing about Charlotte is it's just like she has a. I hate saying she has a look because it's just like
It's true. It's true.
But that's the truth. You know, that's why they go with guys like Roman Reigns.
Yep.
Because they have a look, and it's not just she looks hot or sexy. It's like no, she actually has an athletic look, but she doesn't look like I look like a man. It's like she has a look where she can put on a nice get-up, go on the Today Show, and represent the company. She can be a spokeswoman, but it's like, yeah, she's her father's daughter, and so she is a Flair, and it's like those are hard shoes to fill, but she's filling them, and because she's been able to perform the way she does with her father's name, you're damn right she's going to get a push. And a lot of people are saying, she's going to go into Mania and she's going to lose the belt to Bayley or someone in a four-way with Sasha Banks and Nia Jax. I don't want to see that because of what they're doing. Every week on Raw, every pay-per-view I'm hearing, she's this many in pay-per-views, and it's like I did the math, and it's like if she goes into WrestleMania as champion, that's 16 and 0. All right.
Yep.
And WWE likes to do solid numbers when they talk about streaks or setting records and stuff. You know, like with The Undertaker, before his streak was over, he went, he could have stopped at 20-0, but they did 21.
And that was stupid too. I think so.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. The match with CM Punk was amazing.
Yes.
But it wasn't necessary.
Nope.
And so they could have stopped at 20. And what I'm thinking is, what I would like is instead to, I know you want to get as many women on a card as possible for Mania. Why not do a champion versus champion match between Charlotte and whoever's going to be the SmackDown Women's Champion at WrestleMania? Nobody loses their belt, and you get to keep the streak alive for Charlotte. She continues to look dominant, and then you go into SummerSlam where she drops the belt to Asuka.
Hey, you never know. That could happen. You might be. That'd be cool.
You know, they could do that if you got to do something with the other women. I did a whole fantasy booking of how I would do with WrestleMania 33, and the only the other match that I would do for the women would have been I would do the first ever women's Money in the Bank match.
Yeah, that's what. And then speaking of that, they should have done that too late now. They should do a first ever chamber match, but they won't do that. Probably that's too brutal.
No. It's not that it's too brutal. There's not enough women.
Oh.
There's not enough women who could work the match.
Oh.
Like if you're gonna do something like a chamber or Money in the Bank, you need women from both brands.
Oh, okay.
And it's just like I said, Money in the Bank because you could take 3 women from each brand and do it. Like I would do Becky Lynch, Natalya, and I'd do Becky Lynch, Natalya, and Naomi because I kind of don't see Naomi walking into WrestleMania.
You me either.
And I'd have them take on Bayley, maybe Sasha Banks. She might get injured during. And Nia Jax. I'd put Nia Jax in on a ladder match. And I would have all 6 of them work it out. And then, like, because just a cash-in alone, that changes things up. Like, it's an unexpected moment. And it would be pretty cool to finally do that for the women. But, that's what I would do, and if they still wanted to do that silly Nikki Bella story where she teams with John Cena, they could do that. But before I even heard about that, I was like, you know what they should do? They should just, because they keep building up this story more and more, they could have done Shane McMahon versus The Miz with Daniel Bryan as the special referee.
Oh, nice.
You know, that's an alternative to doing The Miz and Maurice versus John Cena and Nikki Bella. But I mean, that's just me talking.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I totally. That's just. I don't know, man. It's like, shoot, Charlotte is. She gets a lot of it is her dad's name, but she lives up to it.
Yeah, but are you a fan of Nikki Bella, or do you think she's way overrated?
No. I think when it comes to Nikki Bella, matter of fact, I will say this. I did a YouTube video when I think it was either right before or right after she broke the record of AJ Lee.
Uh-huh.
And I explained it, and I was just like, we got to deal with it. We just have to accept the fact that she's going to be there, because it's like she is it's like she's over with the girls, you know. She's a role. She legit is a role model. But the thing is, it's just like, I mean, like the wrestling fans now don't have that much of a. They don't have that much of a what's the word I'm thinking of? A mental span or whatever, an attention span to understand, like, just what really she is. And like the problem is, like, when she came into the business, WWE wasn't really giving a fuck about women.
Nope.
And it's like the only thing that really got her over is the fact that she's a twin.
Yeah.
So like, for so long, she was. I mean, even though like not right away. She was like the hottest thing. She wasn't the Trish Stratus. She wasn't the Lita. She wasn't the it girl. You know, like by the time she came in, Michelle McCool was on top. But you got to remember, Michelle McCool was on top because she was dating the Undertaker.
Yeah.
So it's like, of course, you got to be dating like John Cena or the Undertaker to get that type of shit. She wasn't dating. The Bellas weren't dating Daniel Bryan and John Cena when they first came in.
They were dating later on in life. They were.
Yeah. But here's the thing: they're Diva Search rejects. They lost the Diva Search. The only thing they're over for is a gimmick of being twins and switching places. And WWE came way too late to decide, you know what, let's give them individual identities. And that's the big problem. You have to remember, and this is the big difference between TNA and WWE. During the time period when they first started, TNA was establishing a real women's division to make them come off as different. All the women were different. And it came to the point where they had a women's tag team division. WWE never have and never will have a tag team division. And so it's like that instantly set in my head when they did this whole Bellas thing. And I was just like, only one woman can be on top at a time. So if you put a Bella on top, the other one is just always there to make the other one look good. And there have been times over the years before they left the company and came back where they would do the draft split, and for a little while they would put one Bella on one brand, one on the other, but they never did anything with them. They were just filling a spot, and it took them. The thing that people don't understand is it took these girls literally leaving the company, coming back, and doing a reality show to get over. Okay?
Yep.
And if you go off of the women that they are on the reality show versus what they portray on TV, it's bullshit. Nikki Bella is a spoiled, materialistic brat.
Yes, she is.
Always has to have her way. Yet on TV, she is supposed to be, on wrestling TV, she is supposed to be fearless. She is supposed to be the girl who overcomes the odds. You know, she's supposed to be the hero to the little girls. It's like, she's a hypocrite, and I can't stand it. You know, she might be the smartest. Not the smartest, the sweetest person in the world, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work for anybody. I just hold on one second.
Okay. Anyway, he'll be right back after these messages from Miss Sponsor. I'm just kidding. Bum 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 bum. Dun 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 dun. It's a Jeopardy song, everyone. This is almost over, anyone. So hopefully you guys will still stick around.
Hello?
There he is. Hey, I'm back. You're back. Good.
Yeah, I had to open the door, and my leg was asleep.
Oh.
When I finally took a step, man, it went in the opposite direction that a leg is supposed to bend.
Oh, wow. Ugh. Like Psycho Sid, huh?
No, not like that.
Okay. Anyway, just to let you know, we're gonna cut this short because it's getting long. So,
basically, they just were too late with developing individual characters.
Yes. Now, this is just my opinion. I think she's overrated. She's beautiful, but I think the reason she's getting this, I don't know, but if I were her, she'd just retire and then marry John Cena and maybe possibly have kids, but I don't know.
I have to counter, listen, if John Cena and Nikki Bella make each other happy,
yes.
Okay, God bless, whatever. But there's this rumor going around that there's this possibility that John Cena is going to propose to her at WrestleMania.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
I don't. You know what? If it happens, that's great. If it doesn't, I don't believe. I don't believe it until it happens. You know, Dave.
if it happens, I feel bad for them.
Why?
Um, well, okay. WrestleMania is a time when fans from all over the world come together, and the
Yes.
majority of them are smart marks. They're the people who they care more about what goes on behind the scenes, who deserves pushes, who doesn't, that type of stuff. People like you and me, we're the ones who come together the most for WrestleMania. It's not just like, oh, wrestling's in town, son. Do you want to go?
Yeah.
It's not like that.
Nope.
Okay, WrestleMania, that whole week is a week for people like us to celebrate. We come together, and I just once I heard this rumor and pictured like I pictured it in my head, and knowing already, even though John Cena is a really great guy, he's a nice guy. He does so much good work for people. He works so hard, and everything he has, he earned. Okay, the character, the fact that he was pushed so much, people hate him. People hate John Cena, the character. That's why every time he comes out, he's getting John Cena sucks. He's getting booed. He gets the divided chant of let's go Cena. Cena sucks, and it's like if you love someone, you know, if you love someone, do you really want a special cherished moment of proposing to be interfered with boos from a giant crowd? Because the rumor is he's going to propose in the ring.
Wow.
I can't imagine that if it actually happens, and and there aren't boos. I'm going to be surprised because it's like the big difference is this isn't Macho Man and Elizabeth.
Yeah.
That was a loving couple that nobody hated. Everybody loved them. They were perfect for each other. But you have Nikki Bella and John Cena. Some people like them both, but it's like that is a special moment that shouldn't be messed up by people. That's a private moment, and like if they're really that open with proposing and stuff, it should happen behind the scenes and just be announced that it happened. That like I'd rather hear about right after a match it happened backstage than I hear about it on Raw. I'd rather hear about it then. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to see it in the ring. Like that's my whole thing. And she is overrated, but there is one thing I will say. I just want to throw this at you real quick. I know I'm kind of going on and on, but you know how when Daniel Bryan retired, they brought him back as GM because he still missed the company. They still wanted him to stay a part of the company. Now, I read recently in an article that even if Nikki Bella was forced to retire due to her neck or whatever,
Yes.
she would always have a place in the company. Now, I recently thought about this, and I know she isn't the best person, but you have to understand, Daniel Bryan is going to leave soon because Bree's going to have the baby.
Yep.
How would you feel? How would you feel if after WrestleMania 33, Nikki Bella became the heel general manager of SmackDown?
That'd be awesome.
She already generates heat. And how would you feel about this? WrestleMania 33 happens. We don't see John Cena. He's not on TV anymore. And Nikki Bella becomes GM. We have this match at SummerSlam. I'm just throwing it out there. Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton versus Baron Corbin versus AJ Styles for the world title. AJ Styles is a babyface. He overcomes the odds and he wins. And we're thinking this is it. That's the night. That's SummerSlam. Nikki Bella comes out and she says, "Tonight, the night's not over.
What?
John Cena is invoking his rematch clause.
Of course.
And he gets handed number 17.
Oh shit.
How would you feel about that?
That'd be kind of awkward. It's like what having Eric Bischoff do the Triple H back in the day. Same shit.
It's that type of shit. However, think about this. She's a heel GM. Everybody already knows she's with John Cena. And it throws up the speculation that maybe John Cena is becoming a heel himself.
Yeah. Okay, man. I gotta go, man. I'm sorry, but you got anything?
No, it's understandable.
You got anything to say? You want to plug your social media again, or whatever you want to say? Go ahead, man.
You can check me out on Facebook. Well, is this going on YouTube or like where's
Yeah, my YouTube channel. I'll send it to you on your inbox when I'm done. Okay.
Okay. You can check out my Facebook, the Unappreciated Pro Wrestling Blog, and from there, I will leave links to all sorts of booking and fantasy stuff. I did do a video last year when they brought in the Universal title on how to save Roman Reigns. I did a video talking about the Bellas, and I'll probably do something else in the near future. But make sure to continue to check out this podcast, and if you ever get the chance, check out the Team Hill podcast also.
Okay, thank you very much, man. This was a good one. Hopefully the audio will come out good. Have a good one, and thank you very much, Dave. You're a good guest. I know we went overboard, and sorry about that, Dave, you know?
That's all good.
Okay, you have a good night, and I'll let you know when this is up. And give me all your information on my Facebook inbox. I will check it whenever, okay?
Okay.
Okay, have a good night.
Good night.
Okay, bye.